This is funny. I wanna show you guys this. This is my dog. There's a utility pole on my property, right? And distributes power lines between my house and my neighbor's house. There's a squirrel. They love that utility pole because they use that pole to get in between my house and the neighbor's house, and also this big oak tree I have in my yard. See that Florida oak? They love the acorns from that oak. So my dog goes bananas every time he sees the squirrels. Watch this. See how he's checking out the squirrel? He goes, "Oh man, I want that squirrel. I want that lunch, that piece of lunch. Tasty critter. Let me have it." The squirrel's just like chilling out, looking up there. See him right there? He's in the utility line, just looking down at him, saying, "Ha, you can't catch me." The dog's staring at me, saying, "What are you laughing at?" Is that funny or what? It's a constant battle between the German Shepherd and the squirrels. And in fact, this is part of the reason that I got a German Shepherd. I was going to also look at a Doberman Pinscher, but he became available at the shelter. And the whole point is to get him to spook these squirrels away. I don't want to hurt the squirrels, but I do want them spooked from my yard. I don't want them in my yard. I don't want them to feel comfortable here. And he does the same thing with rabbits too, by the way. The whole point is to get these animals spooked so that they don't feel comfortable here and they won't come and feed on my fruit later on when they start producing. That's the whole idea. Because the squirrels can do a lot of damage to fruit. I mean, I remember I had a mango tree a couple years ago. It was destroyed by a hurricane, but before it was destroyed, it actually produced fruit one year. And every single piece of mango, every single mango on that tree had been bitten by a damn squirrel. You know, these animals have rabies, so there's once he bites into it, that's it. I gotta throw it away. I can't have that mango. Can't consume it because these animals got rabies. So the whole idea, that's when I decided to get a guard dog that would actually work, you know, function as a repellent for these animals. Now the squirrels are pretty smart. They actually, when they see the dog, they don't come to the ground. They actually will jump from the wire, from the power lines to that oak tree. So I suppose there are a couple of things I could do. I could cut the branches that are close to the wire lines. These are not, they're not high voltage lines. They're two 120 volt lines. So it's, and they're wrapped in rubber. The cable you see exposed is actually an aluminum carrier wire. So it won't, I don't think that doesn't have high voltage. So it's pretty safe to cut around it. I'm going to remove those branches eventually, the ones that are getting close to the power lines, because first of all, I don't want them, you know, I don't want one of those rogue branches taking down a power line. Second of all, I don't want the squirrels having an easy time of jumping between the power lines and the oak tree. The whole idea is to discourage them from coming into my yard. So I'll be doing that probably in the next couple years. There's my boy. There's my handsome dog. Oh, he got a new toy. He decided that he wasn't happy with the purple one, so he's going to grab the other bone toy, the Kong bone. Yeah, that one's been in the sun for so long that it's been discolored by the sun's rays. He's just staring up at the squirrel in the utility pole. Sometimes when it's winter, he likes to be outside, so I just leave him in the yard and I let him. He does you know, he stands watch guard duty. He just basically sits next to the oak tree or next to the utility pole and just stares at the squirrels, you know, keeping them in check, letting them know that he's there and that they do not have free reign to do whatever they want. There's no chance in hell he's ever going to catch one. They're too damn fast. But doesn't have to catch it to be effective. He just has to be a deterrent. Yeah, but that's funny. I wonder what kind of a problem I'm going to have with these squirrels later on as the fruit trees mature and they start producing lots of fruit. I bet it's going to be a big deal. I wouldn't want to have to use poison on them. I really don't want to do that because I don't like killing wildlife. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm more concerned, well, that's not true actually. I think squirrels could do more damage because there's more of them. The raccoons are a problem and the possums are a problem, but I can trap those things. I have traps for raccoons and possums, and I could probably, you know, trap them and then relocate them somewhere else far away so they don't bother me anymore. And raccoons are a problem because if you trap them, you know, generally when you see a mother raccoon, she'll have little kittens around her. And so if you trap the mother raccoon, what are you going to do? If you don't grab the kittens to go with her, and you relocate her, they die. So that's the predicament. I mean, I can't really do that to a raccoon either. So I don't know what the heck I'm going to do, honestly. Maybe I'll just have to live with a certain percentage of fruit losses. I could net the trees. I could do that. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Some of the more vulnerable trees, I'll net them to keep the squirrels and the raccoons out. Although the raccoons could probably chew right through the net anyway. We'll see what happens. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But definitely, I don't want to kill any animal, and definitely, I don't want to disrupt a raccoon family either. Although, you know, I'm not of the opinion that raccoons are cuddly, cute little cuddly animals. They're actually wild animals, and a lot of them have rabies, and you certainly don't want to get bitten by one of those things. And they're aggressive too. I mean, Murphy encountered one the other day out in broad daylight, and they actually went at it. They couldn't bite each other because they were separated by a fence, but the raccoon was pissed. It was trying to bite Murphy, and Murphy was biting, you know, snapping back at it. So I had to intervene, get in the way, and scoot Murphy away and lock him up so that he couldn't attack the raccoon. Then I came back with a shovel because I was convinced that raccoon was rabid. So I came back with a shovel, and if that raccoon was going to attack me, I was going to knock it square in the head with the shovel and kill it. But that didn't happen. It took off. It went into a tree and it started staring at me from the tree, and started growling at me and shit like that. You know, just like a rabid animal does. He was pissed, for sure. But you know, these rabid raccoons, they get stupid and they come out during the day, and eventually they get hit by a car and stuff. I see them all the time on the roads here. They get killed by cars all the time. So, you know, such is the thing with wildlife. We share this planet with them. Whether we like it or not, they're part of the landscape. And, yeah. Humans tend to think that this planet belongs to them and that we can do whatever we want because we see ourselves as the top of the predator chain, but it's not true. This planet does not just belong to us, it belongs to these other animals as well. And they have a right to live here. We have no right to take that away from them. There you go, you see the top right there? He's still up there on the wire, staring down at him. Like, dude, I'm not gonna go until you go, so you're gonna get tired before I do. I don't know about that because Murphy's pretty patient. He can sit there for hours just staring at it. It's like a stare down. I stare down between a German Shepherd, 100-pound German Shepherd, and a 4-ounce squirrel. Go get him, boy. Go get him. Go get him. Good boy, Murphy. Good dog. Good dog. Squirrel. Squirrel, Murphy. Squirrel. Squirrel. Squirrel, look. Squirrel over there. Go get it. Go get it. Get the squirrel. Go get him, boy. See what I mean? He starts barking with a toy in his mouth and it starts squeaking. It's so funny. He's a cool dog. I love German Shepherds. They're such a cool breed. My favorite. Uh-oh. The squirrel took off. He went to the neighbor's house. Alright, I'm going to end this recording. Bye.